envision the technical ecosystem.
How much is it worth? It's I give you I take it for a tenner really. Not really feeling a tenner really. Could you do for like a fiver? Nah, mate. Couldn't really be any less than a tenner because that's I gotta run a profitable business really. And when you're a musician like mine, like you gotta make like at least 150% profit, and for me that's like 10 pound. Okay, I'll give you like I'll give you like 550. I'll give you like 550 for it, maybe. I'll take a tenner, really. That'll do it. So a water vole is part of the Animalia taxonomy. Phylum Chordata, Mammalia, because it's a mammal, obviously. Rodentia, obviously order, and then family Crickettea, subfamily Arvicloni, genus Arvicola. Let's not get that confused here. So when you have a function is when you not the party function, like mathematical's function, like f bracket. If you have f bracket x, right? So that's like fx x2. So in this function, like f like takes the value. No, hold on. If x equals 3, then f3 is 9. Invite diverse stakeholder input. Let's say that was about. That's about like 6 decibels, right? Maybe that's about like 1.5, maybe like 3, like 0.3 decibels. So maybe let's say like 18, maybe 20, maybe 30 decibels. Maybe like 20 decibels. 6.8 decibels. The resulting crash maybe 7 decibels. It's hard to sort of 2 decibels perhaps. Maybe 2.8 decibels. Have you got any Rennies? Have you got any Rennies? Okay, so we have the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon, Gen 9 best overall business laptop, the Lenovo ThinkPad 14S Yoga, the Dell Latitude 940 detachable, the Microsoft Surface Pro 8, and then you got the Apple MacBook Pro 14-inch 2021, or the Dell Latitude 7320 detachable, or the HP Pro 6040 Pro Enterprise. They're all really quite good options for this sort of climate in the market. So we're going to give you upload speed of about 15 megabytes per second, £30 a month. Download speeds, we don't know. But if you switch to another provider, it could be like 16 megabytes per second upload speed. Well, it's maybe per minute. You're talking about 356 kilobytes per second. You're talking about 356 kilobytes per second upload speed, maybe like 2 megabytes per second download speed if you're lucky. It sort of depends on a lot of things. How many people are using it at the time, what you position in the house, how many people you have in the house that sort of use Wi-Fi for watching certain different things. So. Consider downstream and upstream and lateral risks for technologies. To let you know, there's a content warning for tonight's show and tomorrow's show. Bootlegging Lots of slimy scumbag men, just everywhere. Media mitigation, religious tales, so watch out for that. So when you're making a video on Final Cut Pro, you gotta make sure that you're using like a good codec, like an Apple ProRes 422, or make sure you got like a sizable dimension, like you're looking like minimum 720p HD or like 1080p HD. Really, you should sort of like a frame rate. If you filmed it on an iPhone, it should be like 30 frames per second, really. But you film it on something else, you should look at maybe about 25 frames. But some cameras sort of go to this like 23. Anyway, just make sure that the codec is good and that you have sort of decent dimensions. When they find her, they think that when they find her, they think that when they walked into the room, she realized that she'd been dead for about 3 hours. It takes you when they find her, she's been dead for about 15 minutes. When they find her, they realize the corpse has been decaying for about 7 days. If you're heading to the shops, it'll take you about 15 minutes. If you get there, if you sort of leave now in the right sort of footwear, it'll take you about 20 minutes in the train, but in a car, it'll take you about 16 minutes. So it maybe, if I'm going to pop out the shops, I'll be back in about 3 to 4 hours. This piece is only going to last the next maybe 5 to 40 minutes. There's lots of possibilities in terms of when you get the car locking back, it takes about 2.5 hours on foot. They've been dead there for 20 seconds. She'd been dead there for 5 seconds. She'd been dead for. Point being, she'd been dead for a while. His son grew up and had 13 kids, and one of their sons grew up and had 2 kids. One of them died in a blimp accident, but the other one was a very successful train operator, running on like 60k a year, sizable amount really. And then he's planning on having about three or four kids. Are you still with us, Mairead? Your tail light's broken, Mairead. So Japan is currently working on an FX fighter jet program with a pending deal with the UK on FCAS, and Japan is seeking to improve its technology base before a potential deal is signed at the end of 2022 to merge the FX and Tempest 6th generation fighter programs with BAE systems. And as momentum builds on a potential merger of the UK's future combat air systems, Japan's FX fighter jet program officially in the UK, the Japan said Ministry of Defence scope of the FX being driven by the fact that Japan's last industrial involvement in a fighter project, the Mitsubishi F-20, was 27 years ago. He's got brown hair, relatively like sort of normal face, average height, like not too tall, not too. Doesn't wear much distinctive clothing. It's just like sort of your basics. White t-shirt, black trousers. Well, maybe that's quite distinctive. Neck size, it's like not too chunky. It's like sort of average amount of freckles, really. Brown eye color. Maybe it was hazel. You change your mind almost as much as you change clothes. Okay, everyone, we've reached the moment. We're here, we've done it. Well done, well done. We're here, we've reached the moment. It's time. Are you ready? You ready? It's time. All with me now. All with me. All with me. Are you ready? Let's play Golden Balls. Great. Keep ethics in the spotlight and out of the compliance box. Standard risk mitigation. What is standard risk mitigation really? So as I was saying, standard risk mitigation, that's smashed, hasn't it? Oh dear. Standard risk mitigation strategies and approaches are not designed with social media in mind. Businesses suffer brand reputation damage, stock markets witness fraudulent postings, and financial service providers have been forced to erase their social media presence due to negative feedback. Did you hear about the Sweeney boy? They found his body burned in the hills last night. Perhaps in some sort of like pagan ritual of sorts. The priest's going over there now to anoint him. When I say he's on fire right now, I literally mean he's combusting. Just let you know, there's no more content warnings. When giving a four-figure grid reference, you should always give the Eastings number first, and the Northings number second. Welcome to Gold FM. We're playing you all the hits from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. Dick Brown's on the show tonight, guys. Harry Brown's on the show tonight, guys. Shut up. I felt really bad. Oof. Don't discount non-technical actors' interests and expectations. Just don't do it. Born in Bathgate, Scotland, travelled to Wisconsin in 1694. Relatively successful tailor family. 3 generations later, he became a fishmonger. His wife took over the tailor business, changed the name, and then divorced him, taking wealthy business standards to a new level. I don't know if you've ever seen silage, but it's actually really beautiful. So you've got to go into your configuration settings, Mum. Not Mum. You got to go into your config. You go into configuration. You go into config, right? Yeah, and then you go into app. You go into app data. Yeah, and then window.rar. And then try and run that. Command F7. Like config app data running window.rar.exe.launchpad config app data with the config app running the Windows, run clean window.rar with the exe, run with the exe. It's not hard. You just go to configuration, you go to app data, you run the window.rar file. It's all there. Right. Are we ready? Are we ready or not? Yes, we're all ready. Moving on to the next bit. One of my favorites. Everyone, don't put your hands together. But put your hands together for Vernon Kay and Family Fortunes. Storm Donald really really tore up the special community 5 months ago, and we haven't really recovered since. Mr. Daly lost his dog in the flood. Establish chains of ethical responsibility and accountability. You've got an account with Lloyd's TSB. You've got a Vodafone account. You've got a nice car. You're on the electoral roll for the year. You have no bankruptcies. You have no debt of any kind. And you've got an O2 account. And you've got a Santander account. And you've all paid up your council tax for the year. And you haven't paid your council tax for the year. You've got a little bit of debt for the year. And you've got a new account with Lloyd's DSB. And you've got a new account with RSB. And you support the NSPCC. Oh, you owe £36,398 in cash converters. Last one. What's it going to be? That's right. That's right. That's right. You all said it. You all said it so loud. Let's play. Who wants to be a millionaire? Am I going to be late for work? Is there another strike on today? Do I support the strike? What is happening with the FTSE 100 today? I sure hope my favorite cafe I sure hope my favorite cafe Nero barista is in today. I sure hope the tube is empty today. I sure hope I get an email that I really want to read today. I sure hope the 47 bus isn't delayed today. Why hasn't he texted me back yet? Why is my back sore? Why is my foot sore? Why hasn't that healed yet? Why has that turned into a blood blister? Did I damage that many years ago in a Portugal pool in like 2004 or something when I banged it? I'm going to be late for work. Technology gives us power, which gives us choices. We didn't have to make those choices before. So the 10 steps to make silage, it's really quite simple. You just you harvest the forage when the feed requirements when the feed exactly you wilt the forage to 30% DM, dark matter, and then you add a fermentable substrate and sealing, and you chop the forage into seal the storage as tight as possible so that the air can't get in, and you maintain like an airtight seal. I haven't really explained this very well. Point is, silage is actually really beautiful.